Hi everyone. Today is a very exciting day on the homestead. We are expanding our seed starting operation, as you can see behind me, by adding a new shelf as we transition from more like small scale homesteading, casual gardening to we're moving up to what I would say is casual farming, more serious homesteading. So we need more space to start seeds. So today I'm going to be building a new commercial shelf. This is a 4-foot by 18-inch shelf. Okay, so here we are down on the floor to get a better look at the shelf and its box. So you can see this model has 6 shelves, which really only gives you about 5 usable shelves of growing space. And this particular 4-foot by 18-inch model will allow you to fit 4 flats on each shelf. So quite a lot of space for a total of 20 flats that you can do on a shelf like this. And I just bought this one from Costco up here in Canada, but they're sold in a ton of different places. I'm sure Amazon has a bunch of them. And the brands are very much interchangeable. They're pretty much all the same. So shelves like this go together usually pretty easy. Just don't slip on the cardboard like I almost did. So it comes with some wheels and it comes with some clips. Wheel. Take that out. And we'll put this wheel in. Just got to do that 4 more times. Okay, so basically the way that these work is you just get these little clips like here, and they actually say if they're which way the top is. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna clip this just like that around one of these poles at the height that we want a shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and put them right here, right below this line, just to get started. And you know, if you're building these shelves alone, these things, when one of these shelves comes down on top, sometimes they can get knocked off. So what I'm going to try doing today is actually putting a little bit of electrical tape on there, since I am all alone. Okay, let's go ahead and put our first shelf on. Take all these plastic bits out. And got a nice little weight warning here, we don't need that. So, what we're gonna do is we'll just feed these through. Come on, there we go. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, well, we got the first level on. Things didn't go quite according to plan. I actually caught my light and it smashed down on me, so be careful when you're working in a confined space. And then I accidentally had one of these at the wrong height, which, man, it's so simple. It just gets me every time. So we're just gonna continue this for the next 5 shelves. Okay, we can screw these top posts in now. Okay, so it's been a few days since we've had the shelf, and I just wanted to come back and show you a few more things, give you a few tips. I just have 2 of these Sunblaster 48-inch LED strip lights. I'm gonna be doing 2 per shelf this year to get better light balance across the entire shelf. You can do it with just 1 light per shelf, but the plants on the edge aren't really gonna get as much light. You might wanna rotate or slide the flat around a little bit to get some even coverage. Some of these grow lights here are just attached to the top shelf with either string or S-clips. Really whatever you have will work fine. One of the things that I didn't mention earlier is the shelf height. So all of these shelves are approximately 12 inches high. Here I think that gives you a pretty good amount of room when it comes to having the light and having your plants right there. The only thing that this height wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for is watering. You're gonna have to, pull these out if you've got like, a wand or something when these plants get a little bit taller. You can see on this shelf down here, I have a 4 foot by 20 inch heat mat. This fits, pretty good. The corners are a little bit bent up because of this, because these bars are on the interior, but that's not really a big deal. I think that this system works great for heating mat, although I'd actually recommend you put your heating mat maybe up here. Since you've got no light up here, this is probably a better use of space if you're starting things that don't need light during the germination process. Something else that I'd recommend is a mechanical timer for your lights, fans, heat mats, anything else like that. We've historically used electronic programmable timers when it comes to our growing station down here, but the ones that we have don't have a battery backup, so when the power goes out, they need to be reprogrammed. So that isn't very convenient, so I think we're gonna give the mechanical timer a try. So one of the things that I wanted to bring up is the price differential of having a 4 foot shelf like this or a 3 foot shelf, which is what I was using previously. So there is a bit of a cost difference between the shelves, maybe 50 Canadian dollars, between a 4 foot and a 3 foot, but you get an extra shelf so you can hold more flats, and it's a foot wider, so you get 1 more flat per shelf. So basically 1 shelf like this can hold 20 flats, whereas a 3 foot shelf can only hold 12. So when you factor in the price of the lights on a per flat basis, the 4 foot shelf is cheaper. There isn't a huge price difference between a 4 foot light and a 3 foot light. So in my math, if you're using 2 lights per shelf like this, on a 4 foot shelf on a per flat basis, you'd be looking at, somewhere around $70 to $75. Whereas on a 3 foot shelf, you'd be looking at maybe an extra $10 or $15 per flat after you factor in the lights. So I'll have Amazon affiliate links in the description for as much of this stuff as I can find in both the 3 foot and 4 foot lengths. But in all honesty, I'd prefer that you shop around, find something local. Maybe you'll get a better price. So thank you for watching. By all means, feel free to subscribe. This year, we're going to be doing a lot of interesting things on the homestead. We're going to be starting a small-scale flower farm, and we're also going to get some chickens for eggs this year. So I'll be bringing you guys along for all of that. So by all means, stick around. Thank you so much, and have a good day.